Dream randomly live-streamed himself 1v1ing random people to get better while being tutored by Swight. Now, I was lucky enough to 1v1 the green blob, just only to get destroyed. Now, if this was any other YouTuber, this wouldn't bother me. However, I've told my two friends, White Siphon and Slepsy, that I'm better than Dream, and that I could prove it one day, just to be embarrassed losing 2-0. Now, let me be honest, I still believe I am better. I was just nervous and not warmed up like him. So, I decided to look at from his perspective and what he did to beat me and apply it against other people. Now, my first mistake is using the old meta of jumping up and down to crit him when his shield is down. Now, what you can see there is that Dream immediately broke my shield, hit me, crossbowed me, and gunned me down with arrows while I tried to back off and recover. I realized here that the old meta will not work in 2025.
Also, I know it kind of worked out there, but you're doing like, you default to do like the jumping and shielding thing, like the old strat.
Now, here I actually got solid hits. My biggest mistake is coming up next.
Okay, so.
That was perfect. That was good though.
Here he perfectly timed breaking my shield, critting me with the sword, and utilizing the bow to do extra damage, in which killed me. Here in my first round, I realized that recording with Streamlabs hindered my performance tremendously. Later on, you will see my frames be better as I switch to a better recording software, but for now, I'm showing my recordings from Streamlabs. You can see me miss a lot due to the frame drops, and you can see me struggling to use the sword effectively. I also struggled with finding a way of disabling the shield while staying away from getting crit out. I managed to get a good combo with the sword, but again, I made sure to keep studying the footage in the lobby to fix my mistakes. Again, in this second clip, I keep trying to break the shield, crossbow, and sword, but struggle with that. Luckily, after mistakes of giving him free shots and free arrows, I managed to pull off the strat a bit. This bad habit of critting then immediately swording becomes a bad habit for me. After struggling with frames with a few rounds, I then switched to record with new software. I decided to as well turn on dynamic FOV. Immediately my performance gets better and the strat begins to work, but improvements still need to be made. I encountered this good player named Milk, and my mistakes that cost me here were shooting the crossbow too early and missing with the bow shots. He ends up destroying me. My next round, I actually did pretty decent against this guy. But now I started to feel bad. I made sure to let him know that he was decently good in my eyes. But then, I faced Milk again. In the first round, he destroys me again. However, my second round was progress. Third round, he beats me again, but I almost beat him. I didn't face the mod main? I don't know, his name was weird. I didn't do too well against him in the first round, but then the 2 next rounds were pretty good. I've noticed my improvements from the server already, so I decided to go to PvP Legacy since I mainly duel in that server. Now, immediately in the first game, I noticed that I struggled with recognizing when I broke my opponent's shield. The reason that I learned of that struggle is because in the other server, it gave a unique cue when you broke the opponent's shield. My final step was to learn to overcome this bad habit, and to apply the skills I learned from the 1v1 with Dream and put it into PvP Legacy dueling. And in my final game, I applied everything I knew. And even though it wasn't perfect, I did a lot better than before. Dream may be me this time, but if I get a chance to fight him again, I know I could beat him. I know I usually don't do this type of content, but it's been a dream of mine to 1v1 Dreams, but I thought it would be a nice way to put in a video, because I actually been struggling doing dueling. Through this frustration, I'm glad I was able to analysis my mistakes. Hope you enjoyed.